Alright, so here goes nothing. This is going to be Fall Guys, 1 round per day, and we're going to be dropping it as a video series. Is this the most craziest thing I've done? I don't know. I guess it's up to you guys in the comment section below to let me know. Or the live chat, because these are all going to be premiered each and every day. 1 round of Fall Guys per day. Now, with the recent talks of Fall Guys, now will this continue to be a game that continues throughout 2026 and beyond? Will this game still be around in 2027 like we know it? Well, I guess we'll have to find out together. What is your opinion on the whole Fall Guys Mediatonic situation? Is the game shutting down? Is it going into autopilot? Or are we just waiting for something huge that we all are assuming is the worst? Maybe there's an update we don't know about. Who knows? I don't work for Mediatonic. But as you can see now, we are going to qualify for Seesaw. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Woo! Another day, another round. Here we go with Cosmic Highway, a map that was in the vault for 999 days. And speaking of the vault, I do believe there's only a few maps left in the vault that do include Puzzle Path, Wall Guys, Block Party. From the maps that are currently in the vault, which one do you want to see unvaulted next? Or do you want the remaining maps that are left in there all to be unvaulted at once? Could you imagine Fall Guys, but with every single Unity map unvaulted? That would be absolutely crazy. With all the variations that we have seen return to the game, which is your favorite as well? Please let me know in the live chat or the comment section. We are getting very, very close towards the end of this round. We're doing alright, but I don't want to jinx myself. No! You gotta be kidding me. That makes me very, very sad, very, very upset. Oh my goodness, we're doing okay. We just need to get on track here. Beautiful stuff. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. Here we go with Speed Slider with 8 to qualify. Will I be able to qualify? As in this series, I'll be going round to round, show to show, in hopes to obtaining a crown. And speaking of Speed Slider, I really want to bring up this whole debate once again. It is a divisive one. It is whether SS3 was a good season for the game. I mean, we did go through some content droughts. Yes, there were absolute banger maps. We did see a lot of water themed things involved with it. We saw a SpongeBob collab. I mean, who doesn't love SpongeBob SquarePants? But I'm always wondering where the division really lies. Do you think SS3 was a good season or not? Let me know in the live chat and the comment section. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another Fall Guys round that I will play as part of the series. And it's a finale, guys. It is time for Fall Mountain. And speaking of finales, guys, which is your favorite Fall Guys final? Is it Fall Mountain? Is it another crown grab, for example, Lost Temple? Is it something that is a survival? Let us know in the live chat or the comment section, because this is going to be quite the speed run. Can I actually get to the finale here? This challenge continues. This is what, part 4 of this series? Damn. GG's. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. Here we go with Big Fans. What a map this is, especially if you've ever played it in Extreme Solos. It's grueling. It's intense. It's very precise. And if it was Extreme Solos, you fall off the map, you're eliminated. With all those variables, this makes it one intense round. So guys, here is the next question. If seasons were to return in the near future, how would you direct the future of the game with Caesars implemented? Would you do seasons every 3 to 4 weeks? Would you do seasons every 2 to 3 months? Would you do one massive big season every 6? And maybe do mini updates in between? You guys are in charge. You're Mediatonic for this question. So, guys, let me know in the live chat or even the comment section, more preferably, how you would direct this game if seasons were brought back. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. Here we go with Slime Climb. What a great map this is for the game of Fall Guys. Just a great vertical level where the slime actually does rise. Does anyone remember, if you are a Legacy Season player, all the way back in LS1, the game was new, the game was fresh. It was a lot of fun at the time, still is. This used to be, in my opinion, the most difficult map to qualify in. I don't know how many times I attempted to get the qual and just got myself eliminated, whether that was making a mistake through obstacles on the map, whether that was falling off into the slime. Wow, we're actually going quite fast here. We might qual in first. The amount of times was countless. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. Here we go with Blast Ball, and this is a final. 8 to be eliminated. Will I be the sole survivor? I guess we'll just have to find out. Can I get that one crown? Now, guys, tell me, what is your favorite type of rounds in Fall Guys? Use the live chat comment section. Either or does work. Is it survival? Is it course, or formerly known as a race map? Is it points? Is it logic? Me personally, I love survival. I just love the whole idea of eliminating other participants by using the map and its obstacles to encounter each other, to try and battle and survive. I really love that, like, feel to it. It feels very PvP. It feels very 1v1. In some scenarios, it's 2v1, 3v1. It might be 1v1v1. It might be 1v1v1v1 in a 4-person or more situation. You're going to have to add on more 1NVs with that one. Obviously, with the more scenario going into effect there. Don't get me wrong. I still love a good course map. I do love course maps that do include some sort of survival element to it. For example, like your slime climbs and slime scrapers, where there is a start and finish line, but if the slime does rise and you're in that slime or you fall into it, you are eliminated. So I really love that sort of concept too. Normal courses are fine. I've always been a massive fan of extreme solos, honestly, when it comes to shows. That would be obviously one of the shows I'd pick regularly if I was in a winner's choice custom lobby live stream of someone else's, if I was to be the winner. Extreme solos is just great because if you're off the map, you fall off, you're out. And it really doesn't matter how many rounds there are. If there's 32 beans and it's round 1 in that show, if 20 get eliminated, you never know. There could be a potential final. Either that next round or the round after. So I think it's great. The unpredictability when it comes to extreme solos as a concept show. And I've been eliminated. GG's. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. Here we go with Space Race. What a great map from the infamous SS2. What do you guys think of SS2 personally? I personally think SS2 was such a great season to start off with. Up until the game changing elements to it, the vaulting of rounds, the removal of variations, As soon as we were getting used to all of that new stuff, new maps, new variations, a lot of the shows in customs definitely got impacted when most of the rounds got vaulted. I know there was reasons to it. There was switch issues, there was flashing lights and whatnot. Some maps just weren't working for one reason or another. I do get it. But what do you guys think of SS2? I thought it had a great start off, but like a week or two in, as soon as all that stuff started to happen for me personally, it did lose a lot of credibility points, in my personal opinion. So let me know in the comment section or the live chat. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. Here we go with Roll-Off. And now, guys, this is going to be quite the video where I talk about boring maps. And I dare say, this map has to be in that list of boring maps. Some people will say Blast Lannis is a boring map. Yeah, sure. But at least it has a lot more elements to it. This one is just moving parts, walls, and maybe a cannon if you're lucky. Some bumpers. Like, I don't know, at least in Blast Lannis there's more movement and there's more things that you can do. You can throw blast balls at least. I mean, that's something. There's spinning hammers that go left and right on certain platforms. Like, there are ways to make that map fun, and I don't think a lot of people capitalize and make it that way. But, yeah, I'd put this in. I'd put Blast Lannis in. Big shots, even though it can be a challenge, I feel like I've got to throw that in the mix. I'm sorry, Big Shot fans. That's got to be thrown into the list of boring maps, quotation marks, in my opinion. You guys let me know in the live chat, the comment section, what are your top 3 most boring maps? We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round, and aren't you excited to see Blast Lannis? I'll tell you what, I am, because this is my video and I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna entertain you guys with my yapping. Speaking of yapping, who are your favorite live streamers? And it doesn't have to be in the Fall Guys YouTube community. It doesn't have to be live streamers on Twitch that play Fall Guys or Stumble Guys or Among Us. It can be literally any single live streamer out there on the entire World Wide Web. Yes, Mosh did say World Wide Web in the big 25. Crazy, right? Because I haven't got much to talk about for this episode or for this map. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. Here we go. It is finals time. It is time for Jump Showdown. I dare say Jump Showdown, even though my lists aren't always set in concrete, I tell you what, in terms of favorite finals that are actually made by Unity, I tell you what, this does float around the top 5 quite often, I will admit. So, I love this map. I love the dynamics of the map. I love the mechanics. I love the way that the beams sort of sync up both the top large one and the bottom more smaller one. At times, enough rotations will line them up, which does confuse players and will put people out of sync. The only thing is about this map is the fan variation. I'm not the biggest fan of. No pun intended. And I'm out. GG's. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. Here we go with Whirligig. At least I'm calling this map by its correct name. I do believe I called Rollout Roll-Off in a previous episode of this series. Whoops. I do apologize on that. But here we go. It is round 1, 23 to qualify. I honestly, look, if I got $1 each time I played this map, I would be a multi-million billionaire. I tell you that much. Yeah, multi-million billionaire. Put it down, note it down. I made the term first. Yes, you heard it. Mosh in the big 2025, you know. Coming up with terminologies left and right. What is your favorite round 1 course map? Does this map match up to your favorite? Does it make top 3? Let me know in the live chat and the comment section. Let's go. Come on, Mosh. You've got this. Whoa. I'm mad. I'm irritated. I'm pissed. What the heck was that, Mosh? Oh, my goodness. Bro's not even going to make it to the finish line here. Actually, you know what? We've quad. We're happy. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. Here we go with Hoverboard Heroes. Man, I seriously don't understand the hate for this map. Yes, I'm using that word. A lot of people do dislike and even hate this map. The only thing I can link it to is, yes, I understand it may be considered boring because there's not a lot happening, especially after you get past this part right here with the cannons and the later part of the map with the swinging bars. So I understand, I really do. But this is quite the classic map, especially if you're a Legacy Season player. This map has always been fun, especially with the right amount of people. I think some of these maps need a few more people from time to time, just to add more higher stakes. That's where body blocking and the occasional grab off the side of the map can be exciting, even if you do get eliminated due to that method. But yeah, honestly, guys, let me know what you think about Hoverboard Heroes. I think it's a classic. Oh! I nearly screwed up there. I mean, I rarely go down that way. I usually jump over the top, so I'm actually surprised I played like that. Yes, I'm using past tense because I'm actually recording lines post gameplay. I know that's crazy. Behind the scenes of Mosh in 2025. We're going to get first here. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. Here we go. It's finale time. It is Jump Showdown without a fan. And only 6 to be eliminated to be crowned the victor. To grab that W. That's what we need to do here. Can we do it? And I will say, as the last final of the last show was the same final, what do you guys think of the repetitiveness of Fall Guys? The repetition, if you will. Whether it's public games, whether it's customs, whether it's this, whether it's that, just playing Fall Guys in general, show to show, even if you're selecting different shows, unfortunately does mean a lot of repetition. A lot of the same rounds in the same order, so to speak. A lot of finals matching up, even though you just went from solos to squads, or duos to ranked knockout. Like, what's going on here? I wish there was a system where if you are playing games on Fall Guys, okay, whether it's public matches or customs, if you get the same show final, for example, 2 times in a row, it won't happen a 3rd time. And I'm gone, GG's. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. Here we go with Roll On. And my question for all of you today is, what are your thoughts overall on ranked when it comes to Fall Guys? Are you a particular fan of ranked? Are you a competitive player or someone who wants to play casually in a party sort of format? Whether that's with friends on the couch or whether you just want to play a regular game with someone online. Now with ranked, we have seen 4 cycles thus far, very competitive endurance-based cycles. We have seen extreme solos feature, we have seen squads spectacular featured in ranked. Are you a fan? Let me know in the comments below or the live chat. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round, and I'm getting grabbed already. It is time for Full Tilt. At time of recording, guys, it is late 2025. We're in the 4th quarter of this year already. It is October, and as you may be aware, there is a huge discussion throughout the broader Fall Guys community about the future and the direction of this game. Whether it's talks about automation throughout 2026 and potentially beyond into 2027, there are talks about this game eventually shutting down at about the start of 2027 as well. And there is also talks, as of recent times as well, about this game being ported fully into Fortnite. And we have seen glimpses of Fall Guys in Fortnite already. However, there was a lot of complaints with the mechanics, how certain things were looking, including obstacles and skins, etc, etc. There's been lots of uses of the hashtag #SaveFallGuys. What is your opinion on the direction of the game? Let me know in the comments. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. Here we go with Skyline Stumble. Now, even if this game were to shut down in 2027 or be ported into Fortnite or wasn't a viable option for this channel going forward into the next few years, I want to make sure this series does continue for as long as possible. I am hoping to do this for 100 rounds, 200 rounds, 500 rounds, 1,000 rounds plus. I hope there's enough content for this series, so even if the game was shut down, this could run for the next 5 years. I know that sounds absolutely insane, but hey, we're doing knockout in this series, guys. It's 4 rounds per show. There is a lot of content that can be recorded, and this series could be a mainstay for the long term. So if you guys really enjoy this series, let me know. What would you guys like me to do if this game did shut down in terms of live streams? Do we go back to WWE 2K? Do we do some Minecraft? Do we do some more Roblox? Let me know in the comment section. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is time for Kraken Slam. And yes, this is a final. Can I get that crown? I guess we'll have to find out. 7 are to be eliminated if I was to get the potential W. Now, as you can see, I'm going to do some commentary here. I eliminate the mouse. What a grab. What a throw straight into the water. I'll tell you what though, instead of doing just pure commentary, as I nearly get another elimination there, I wish there was more elimination based levels with actual water involved. I know SS3 is over, I know there was a handful of maps involving the water theme, I know they introduced creative levels with some water elements to it as of recent times, but I'd love to see something similar to this, where if you fall into the water, not the slime, you are eliminated. I would absolutely love to see that become a reality, but with the lack of inclusions of creative maps and the fact that Unity isn't really viable for a new map to be created, I just don't see that happening. But I mean, there are some wonderful creators out there that can make fantastic creative maps. If you guys are able to potentially make a water survival based map, let me know. Or if you know of a map out there that exists that could definitely match the levels of a Kraken Slam, for example, that would be absolutely wonderful. Let me know in the comment section or the live chats, as all videos in this series will be premiered. And we're doing well. Eliminations are 5 out of 7. Mosh is still in there. Yes, guys, I am still in there. Could I get this W? Maybe. It would be the first one in the series. 6 out of 7. It is a 1v1. Can I do it? Oh, the tentacle. And another tentacle. Didn't quite connect there. And it's going to be grab battle time. 1v1 against my opposing bean. Oh, the tentacle is going to screw me over. No. Beautiful save there, Mosh, as we go on the chase right now. As you can see, most of the platforms are starting to tilt. If it goes into timeout territory, I definitely will get an L here, unfortunately. Oh! W! Let's go! We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is time for this wonderful round of Rebound Run. And I dare say, when it comes to creative maps in Knockout, heck, even ranked Knockout, I dare say this is up there in the top 3 for me personally. It's a great round 1, 2, or even 3 in that mode. This is regular Knockout, and I just love how this map flows, honestly. I also do love Pine Climb as a finale as well, in terms of creative maps in Knockout. As you can see there, I'm getting a little bit sad. I was getting bumped left and right, nearly fell off the map there. Lost my first place in running Rebound Run, but that's okay, we'll get back on top of it. Yeah, Pine Climb as a finale, an absolutely incredible map. I don't have any complaints with the flow of that map, the aesthetics, everything from A to Z in that map is absolutely brilliant. Now the question comes down to you. Even if you're not a creative fan, what is your favorite creative maps in Knockout? Will Rebound Run and Pine Climb make those lists for you? Let me know in the comment section or the live chat of this premiere as we continue on into our second lap. I do love the fact that this is technically a points map, but the way that they've got the trigger zone for the points, it turns into laps. Absolutely love that concept. Great decision there, Mediatonic. An absolute W decision. We are pacing along nicely here. This is a round that does take a bit of extra time. You will notice sometimes in ranked Knockout, depending on the server, depending on the players, that this one even does time out, where the qualification amount is actually less in the end once the time runs out. So there's 20 here to qualify. Will there be 20 that actually do? We will figure that out as time goes on here. And we've got to be very, very close to the finish line here. We're tracking along. We're pacing along nicely here. There we go. GG's. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is time for Speed Slider. Now with the recent addition with a content update to custom lobbies at time of recording. Now in the games tab, you will see instant finales. As long as you've got a minimum player count of 2, 3, and sometimes 5 players, you are fine to play them. So with a max player count of 9, Fall Mountain. Roll Off is 10. Lost Temple is 15. Hexaring is 16. Tiptoe Finale is also 16 and works in a capacity where it is multiple people in a team. Hexagon is 20. So is Jump Showdown. Thin Ice is also 20. Roll of Fumble is 24. Hexaterrestrial and Kraken Slam are both 32 players max. Now with all that being said, what is your favorite instant finale for customs? Let me know in the comment section or the live chat. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for High Tide. Now, in today's video, guys, in today's premiere, I'm going to be talking about public game LTMs. With the addition, most recently at time of recording, of Time Attack Shuffle, the current release of Treat Thieves, and the previous LTM of Day at the Races squads, what is your favorite public games LTM? And should every public games LTM be dropped into customs as a show? A lot of them have, but there has been a few exclusions to that rule. I'll tell you my favorite public games LTM. That was until a change was made to that show, however, with the inclusion of creative rounds, and that was Finals Marathon. Finals Marathon was really, really good. I would even do videos on that very public game LTM because it was such a great show, honestly. It really, really was. Let me know in the live chat or the comment section, what is your favorite public game LTM, and has that public game LTM been dropped into customs as a show? Because when they get dropped into customs, it does make it a lot more fun with other people in that mode. GG's! We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys! Another day, another round. It is now time for Hexaterrestrial. Now, the discussion we are going to have today, guys, is about creative maps being included into public games and the modes for those creative maps. For example, we currently have Creator Spotlight, which is a rotation where you get to play continuously until you get bored, and you do have the option to skip to another round where another creative map is available to you and other players in that public server. Explore is literally any map that is published in creative, whether you want it to be or not. There is no opting in, there is no opting out of that mode. As soon as a map is publicly available through publishing, your map may feature in that mode. I honestly think there should be an opt-in feature, but I understand why Mediatonic do it. However, there are unfortunate concerns when it comes to quality control and quality checking of that mode. But I dare say, look, unfortunately it's not everyone's favorite because of that issue. There used to be a time where Knockout would feature creative maps made by the community. However, that was taken away as soon as Creator Spotlight was pretty much implemented. The Discovery tab is there, but not many people do use that mode, at least what we see on YouTube. Not to say that players don't play that mode at all. It is just not currently heard of as much for people to go into Discovery and check out the mode, which is very unfortunate. What do you think about the future of creative maps in public games? Let me know in the comment section or the live chat below. GG's. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for big fans. And now the question I want to pose to all of you today is, what else do you want to see from ranked mode in Fall Guys? Now, we've already seen Extreme Solos ranked. We've already seen Squad Spectacular ranked mode. There is talks about Fall Ball Cup Trios being a ranked mode. As some of you guys may have seen the schedule, that looks like it's going to be the case very, very soon. Let me know in the live chat or the comment section, what else do you want from that mode? A duos ranked perhaps. Do you want to see Beyond Superstar or Gold, depending on the mode? Do you want to see a leaderboard for the sub-rank points that you earn past the highest rank? I know there's unofficial leaderboards out there. I know there's websites that host leaderboards out there for that type of thing. But officially from Mediatonic, let me know. GG's. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Full Tilt. And now in this video, guys, I want to discuss something that I've wanted for a very, very, very long time. There is a lot of players within the Fall Guys YouTube community that have been wanting this feature for a very, very long time. And that is the ability to make our own shows. Or a playlist maker. Whatever one of the two that fits. Where you can make your own show specifically for customs using rounds that are either Unity built, that are made from the creative tools, whether that's from Mediatonic, and or more importantly, the community, including your own maps that you've made in creative. I don't know how that would work, considering, unfortunately, when it comes to map making, unless you have duplicated your map, variation isn't really there. Like I said, unless you've duplicated into many copies. Oh my goodness, what a skip. Let me know in the live chat or the comment section below. Do you want a playlist maker or a show creator using your rounds in Fall Guys? GG's. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Skyline Stumble. Now when it comes to custom lobbies, guys, with our impressive selection at our disposal of shows and the amount of variation we do have with that, including variations of rounds within those shows, which is amazing to see a lot of SS2 variations come back. when it comes to actual shows specific to the rounds, for example, Lily Leapers is 3 rounds of Lily Leapers. Thin Ice is 3 rounds of Thin Ice if applicable. Tiptoe is 3 rounds of Tiptoe if applicable. With those round specific shows, would you like to see changes to those shows? For example, we do have a variation of Hexagon with the low gravity variation known as Hexagravity. Would there be something that you would add or remove or whatnot to change up a round type to make it its own unique show? And if so, what show would it be, and what change would you make to make it unique as its own show? Let me know in the live chat or the comment section below. GG's. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Hexaterrestrial, and yes, this is a final. It is finales time. Now, the question I pose to you guys today is, and I know some of you guys do participate in our custom lobbies 5 times a week as of time of recording, and I know what devices some of you guys do play on, but an open question to everyone in the live chat, or to drop into the comment section below if you're watching on replay, or if you don't have enough time to chat throughout the live chat. What device do you play Fall Guys on mainly? If you do play on multiple devices, let me know which is the better experience for you. As for me, guys, as the majority of you may know, the only real device I played Fall Guys on throughout my streaming career for this game is PlayStation 4. Now, there will be an eventual update to PS5, hopefully within the parameters of 2026, or heck, even at the end of the year, which is highly unlikely. But unfortunately, PS4's optimization has unfortunately been downgraded to the point where mass disconnects for public games when you're trying to do snipes as a live stream happen at 1 or 2 times per hour. Disconnects throughout custom lobbies happen generally around about the 2-hour mark, and they continue at least once or twice within a 2 to 3 hour time period, which is very, very unfortunate, and it ruins the pace and the flow and the motivation for wanting to play as well as stream the game for you guys. But it is what it is. GG's. Yes, we got the W. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Freezy Peak, and I absolutely love this level. There's an SS2 variation as well. As you could see, the thrusters. Oh my goodness, I'm getting absolutely pushed around by the fans. I'm in trouble here. Snowball, now I'm very, very sad. Oh my goodness, what is happening this round? Another snowball, are you kidding me? Mosh, you need to lock in, bro. You need to lock in. This is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So the thing I will pose in terms of a question for this video, for this premiere, is what is your approach when playing competitive Fall Guys? Are you one to speedrun? Are you one to do strats? Are you a grabber? Are you a griefer? Are you a menace? I just play in the way that I would normally play, and I rarely grab, I rarely grief, I rarely become a menace, and I rarely do skips for strats to be a speedrunner. I just play the game with my experience and skills, or lack thereof, to try and get me across the finish line or survive if it's a survival map. And we're about to cross the finish line. GG's! We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Hyperdrive Heroes and obstacles. It is very, very synonymous with Fall Guys. Without obstacles, what is Fall Guys? Now, obstacles may be the reason why a map is themed. Maybe there is one specific obstacle that makes up for that entire map. Obstacles sometimes can be the make or break when it comes to a round. It determines possibly whether someone becomes first, last, qualifies, or ends up being eliminated. Obstacles can also be the thing that gets you from A to B. Without it, the map is pretty much impossible. Now, if you are a creative map maker, what is your favorite obstacle to use in a map that you do build, and why do you use it? Is there any specific reason for it? Is it themed around it? Is it to be the thing that gets you from A to B and it is impossible without it? Is it there to set a difficulty spike, a level of challenge? If you're not a map maker, guys, as well... Oh, that was a close one. That bar, speaking of obstacles, nearly got me out there. It absolutely flung me nearly off the hoverboard. As I was trying to say, and I'm trying to get back on track here as I try and not get myself eliminated, is if you're not a map maker, what is your favorite obstacle in Fall Guys when you are playing round to round? And is there specific maps where only that obstacle appears in? Let me know in the live chat or the comment section below for either one or two of those questions. And oh, what a grab! Ah, GG's! We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for tea time. And no, guys, relax. I'm not taking a short break here. I'm not gonna go get myself a cuppa. That is literally the name of the round. This tutorial looking base level. Tea time, it does have a theme. I'm gonna be completely honest here. I'm not a massive fan of this map. It is very short, straight to the point. However, thankfully, as you can see, those teacups rotating around as I get pushed off there. I'm very sad about that, and I will qualify here. There's not even time to talk about anything. GG's! We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Penguin Pool. Sorry, hold on. Penguin Pool Party. Yeah, that's right, guys. As you could probably hear in the tone of my voice, this is one map I didn't want to play for this series. But here we are. It is round 2 of this show, and I'm just going to have to roll with the punches here. Unfortunately, if you do watch our channel constantly and you are part of our Custom Lobbies live streams, you will know that I'm very, very critical of this map, and I sometimes, most of the time, I despise this map. I dislike this map. I love the idea of it. It's just, I don't know, there's something about it where it is very clunky. There is too many players going for one penguin, despite there being many penguins throughout the course of the map for the amount of players at hand. I honestly think aesthetics-wise, this map is absolutely incredible. I love the concept of grabbing a penguin and gaining a point for each second that you hold it. But I want your guys' opinions on Penguin Pool Party. Honest opinions. Don't be biased with my opinion. Let me know in the comment section or the live chat. Do you like Penguin Pool Party? If not, tell me why. GG's. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Shape Up. And this map here, I will tell you the honest, complete truth. The first time I ever played this, I did notice the board in front of me and I did see everything on it. But the first time I ever played this, I had no idea what to do. I didn't know that the balls would come down into the pipes and the shape of the pipe would be the thing that breaks. So if you're standing on it, you would be eliminated if the ball goes into those said pipes. So I had no clue about it. Oh my goodness, no! My GG's are qualified! We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Rotate and Eliminate, and this is the finale for this show. And I tell you what, this show, with the rotation that we've had for all the rounds throughout this episode and the past 3, has been a crazy set. A wild combination. Here we go. Boom, boss, no! GG's! Didn't even get a chance to talk about anything. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Big Fans. Now, in today's video, we're going to be discussing different modes of ranked. Now, we've had the discussion before about Extreme Solos Ranked, which was quite the intriguing mode. It was quite a difficulty spike for a lot of people, even those who are really, really good at regular ranked and are very competitive in general. But what's your thoughts on the previous mode of Squads Spectacular being a ranked mode? And how much did you play of it and how far did you get? Now, as of time of recording, we are not too far away from 4-Ball Cup Trios ranked. Yes, I said it. 4-Ball Cup Trios ranked. Now, we don't know much about the mode. We know it's going to be 4-Ball Cup. We know it's going to be Trios. And we know it's going to be a ranked mode. But will you play it? What's your thoughts and opinions? Comment section and live chat. GG's. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Stomping Ground. Yes, 3 rhinos, 2 fans, and a whole bunch of Lily drum pads. And speaking of Lily drum pads, in customs, as of time of recording, it does seem to me, under certain circumstances, you can get up to 35 rounds in that very show for custom lobbies. Isn't that absolutely absurd? As of time of recording, as of most recently too, if we're going to go to Little Leapers, if we're going to talk about customs, we did actually try to test this pretty recently too, where we had a whole custom lobby of competitors. We were trying to aim for 35 rounds if people were willing enough to try and hold on for that amount of time, and we got to as far as approximately, spoiler alert, 27 rounds out of 35 before we got, unfortunately and probably inevitably, disconnected. Oh my goodness, I don't know how I survived there, but thank you, Lily Pads. And it's GG's. Should we survive the fan, the rhinos? Yes, we do. GG's. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for the also repetitive High Tide, because in knockout and even ranked knockout, this is quite the fixture. It is a frequent fixture to the round pool for those specific shows. But as you can see, as we loaded up there, we do have a low player count. We did start off this knockout show with, unfortunately, a low number of competitors. I do apologize there. That was a PlayStation 4 error skip, so if you're wondering why the footage just decided to skip itself, I do apologize. That is a PS4 glitch that has been around forever. But yeah, we did start off with a very, very low volume of competitors. How do you guys fare? Is it more of a difficult task to try and qualify within a lower player count, or is it more of a challenge with a lot more, up to possibly max capacity? Let me know in the live chat or the comment section. High Tide, whilst I do enjoy the flow and the pacing of this map, especially if you get things on point and you keep that momentum flowing, the repetitiveness, like I said earlier, in the modes that I mentioned, because this is normal knockout, yeah, it's just too often. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. Those tidal waves are absolutely crazy. I'm absolutely sad about that. I've lost my momentum. I'm probably going to lose my first place, but I'm trying to track towards a finish line that is beneath the one I was trying to go for. All right, GG's, we're first. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Trick or Trapeze. Probably my worst final to participate in. It is definitely far from my favorite finale, I will admit that. But it's 1v1, so you never know. I could be in with a chance. It was a lower player count going into this show. But as long as I can keep the flow, pace, and momentum, I should be right. I do apologize in advance too, because the PlayStation 4 recording and playback does skip at some point. You'll see that throughout this round. I do apologize. There we go. There it is, unfortunately. But yeah, we go from the 1v1 current era to back in time with what I'm about to ask. Do you guys miss 60-player finales? Instant finales, in customs more specifically. I certainly do. Remember when the game was on track during the beta times before this game even released for 100 players? Could you imagine if that was actually a reality and we had 100-player shows? I do miss the era of 60 players, but I guess 32 isn't half bad. It is about half of the 60-player count, but I guess we'll just have to deal with the cards we've been dealt with. So yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble because I don't think I've ever gotten this far on this map, and we could be on course for a win. I can see the crown, it's within distance. Oh my goodness, I'm actually going to grab that crown. GG's! We've won it! We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Rooftop Rush, and as of time of recording with Public Games, there is a couple of LTMs available. One of them is very, very festive to the current time of the year, and that is Treat Thieves. As Halloween approaches, we're only a few short days away as of time of recording. That mode is in Public Games, however, it is not in custom lobbies. At least when I triple checked before I did record this video, I don't see it to be in customs, unfortunately, which really, really does suck. Not to say I would play it too much, even though I am quite the custom streamer in comparison to Public Games. I do prefer customs. I stream customs a lot more than Public Games and Snipes. However, it would have been nice to have the option. I don't think I see Sweet Thieves in there either, which is very, very unfortunate. However, it's very interesting because during Valentine's Day, they did have Fallen Tines Festival, and that mode was not just a Public Games LTM, but it was also thrown into customs. So here's my question for you today. When it comes to festive type related LTMs, which is your favorite mode? Is it the ones I mentioned? Is it Treat Thieves? Is it Fallen Tines Festival? If not, let me know in the live chat or the comment section. That'd be much appreciated, as we're about to qualify here on good old Rooftop Rush. I'm very happy about that. Let's cross that finish line, GG's! We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Snowball Survival. What a map, honestly. Great concept. I feel like I have overplayed it a few too many times. Oh my goodness, I just got absolutely annihilated with 2 snowballs there. Goodness me, I'm actually surprised I didn't fall off the map there. Well, you know what? This map can be intriguing sometimes. especially with the more difficult variation, but unfortunately in this clip, guys, it is the easy variation where there's only a little bit of a gap in the middle and a border with thin ice tiles that do disappear the more you step on them, or if the snowball actually goes over the top of them. There are ways to obviously... That's it! GG's, I guess. Never mind what I was saying. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Fruit Shoot. Now, what happens when you combine a finish line, starting line, a conveyor, and some cannons that shoot fruit? You get this wonderful, absolutely magnificent map where it only takes getting hit by the fruit once to ruin your momentum, and as you can see there, my momentum is absolutely destroyed. I'm very sad. I'm upset. I don't think I'm going to qualify here because there's only 3 to qualify. There's 3 beans at the finish line. No, GG's. Dang it. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Dizzy Heights. Such a classic map. And in today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about visibility when it comes to crown ranks. Public games, custom lobbies, whatever the case may be. Do you leave it on or do you switch it off? It doesn't matter how high, low, or in between you are with crown ranks. What do you do, guys? Let me know in the live chat or the comment section. I know some higher crown ranks turn it off. However, if you've been doing the Fame Pass recently and your name is yellow, even with the crown rank off, that means you've been frequently grinding the game recently. So if someone is griefing and they have a feeling that there's a higher crown rank, they may go after yellow names. Some people go after level 1 crown ranks, whether they're a rookie or whether they're just hiding their crown rank. From what I've been hearing, to my understanding. I see it sometimes too, which is very, very intriguing. I leave mine on. Mine doesn't worry me too much, but I know some people do vary depending. Let me know. GG's. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Speed Slider, and I absolutely love this map. I love the flow, I love the pacing, I love the consistency. The slide dive mechanic, when it was introduced, was such a game changer. Not just for pre-existing maps at the time, like Ski4, for example, but for these types of maps as well, where there is a lot of slime, where you need to really slime dive to get from A to B. The interesting thing is, depending on where you've heard this, in my case, in my perspective from my scenario, a lot of people love Speed Slider, but they don't love Hoop Shoot. I'm not too sure why that is, whether it's just because it's a point concept more than a race. Let me know, live chat in the comment section. GG's. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Blast Lantis. And in today's video, I just want to be discussing this series, honestly. As much as we could talk about Fall Guys, this and that, and get your guys' opinions and perspectives, it is intriguing for all that to happen, but I just want like a bit of an overview and a bit of a summary so far on the series. So we're about 40 plus episodes in as of time of recording. This should line up to be, what, episode 42, I think? 41, 42, somewhere in that ballpark, 43 maybe even. We are getting closer towards 50, where I will compile every single day from day 1 to day 50, or if you want to put it into perspective, round 1 to round 50. A lot of you guys know behind the scenes, like, this would be an impossible series if I did do just one round every single day, recorded it, edited it, put the voiceover on top, rendered it, uploaded it, scheduled it for that day. And to have that flow from round to round in a show, I feel like is better. So we have to batch record. So I will batch record that many shows in one session. And then obviously these voiceovers get done during the editing process, which does take a bit of time, but I enjoy the process. I've been having a lot of fun with this series, and I hope we get towards 100 consistently. It's going to be a challenge for me, personally, but I love it. GG's! We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Castle Siege, and yes, this is finale time. And speaking of finales and finals, when it comes to Mediatonic made creative finals, are you guys big fans of those? No pun intended to the round, big fans, by the way. When it comes to creative finales, do you experience them in Knockout, Ranked Knockout, Custom Lobbies? Let me know, or any other public LTM that you may, get around to participating in. Let me know. Like, I've come to accept them. I wouldn't say that they're my favorite. It does have a lot of pros and cons. I've been eliminated. GG's. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Hit Parade, and as of time of recording, we have gone through 4 entire cycles of Ranked Knockout, and currently I am a 4-time superstar. In terms of Ranked Knockout, for each of the cycles, how far did you get? Let us know in the live chat or the comment section, and if there was any specific reason for why a cycle you may have cut it short or went up to a certain rank where you were happy with, let us know why. Was it the costumes? Was it too grindy? Were the maps too repetitive? Let us know, because I want your thoughts. GG's! We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for High Tide, and in today's video we're going to be discussing the one thing I miss the most about Seasons. Now, I could go on about all the things I miss about Seasons, however I feel like we're not going to get those back. The biggest one for me is the lobby background / Everybody Falls remixes. What absolute bangers they used to be from season to season. You get a lobby background, and to match, you'd get an Everybody Falls theme running in the background, and it matches the theme. It doesn't steer away from the theme, because at the moment, despite the ranked knockout cycles, the new fame passes, the this, the that, the current Everybody Falls variation just ain't it anymore. I know it doesn't entirely ruin, like, my vibe on the game and how I, have a perception on it, like in terms of nostalgia versus what we've currently got, what we're settling for. It doesn't ruin that. However, the Fortnite variation remix of Everybody Falls, we've had it for way too long. We need another Everybody Falls. Let me know in the live chat or the comment section if you agree with that necessarily. Let's go, GG's! We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Cosmic Highway. And in today's video, we're just going to be going over the fact that I really appreciate in custom lobbies that there is now instant finales. I know some people have talked about them, but I think the love and appreciation is overdue. Like, sure, they can add a lot more to customs. They can give us more customized settings to hosts and those participating within them. But instant finales really give me a vibe of when we had a knockout tab in customs, because instant finales sometimes is what you need regardless of the player count, whether there's 2 or 32. So Thank you, Mediatonic, if that was your call, which I do believe it was. I don't think Epic Games made the call. How do you feel about instant finales and custom lobbies? Let us know in the comment section of the live chat. GG's! We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Castle Siege. And yes, it's finale time. And yes, as you can see, it's a 1v1. Let's see how we fare. Oh my goodness, bro's been taken out that early. No way! Is that a possible world record? Just kidding, it's not a world record. But GG's, I won! Wow! We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for DoorDash. And in this video, we're going to be steering a little bit away from Fall Guys. However, the topic of discussion will still revolve around gaming. And with that, the question I want to pose to all of you guys is, which is your favorite game? Or what are your favorite games if you've got multiple, excluding Fall Guys, of course, because I'm kind of intrigued to kind of find out what your favorite games or genre of games are, because I know a lot of you have either came from Fortnite or have played Fortnite after Fall Guys. I know a handful of you play Minecraft. My favorites do include WWE 2K, Minecraft, I used to love NBA 2K back in the day, and a few others. GG's! We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Stomping Ground. And in today's video, guys, we're going to be discussing elements involving obstacles and added features that haven't been quite added to creative mode. If you are a map maker or are interested in the future of map making, well, the thing is, creative mode and map making is absolutely phenomenal. We've got so many great map makers out there that really push the bar very, very high in terms of quality of maps, and some of those maps do rival some of the maps that were made by Mediatonic using Unity. It is a bit of a shame, though, that we can't get themed obstacles, for example, as we see on screen. I know there is a drum pad and people can easily retexture those and reskin them, but where is the lily pads for jungle-themed maps? Where are they? Yes, the drum pad can be retextured, reskinned, like I just said. Where's the rhinos, for example, that you can place in a map and have go around in a pattern or a circle to eliminate people off a survival map? Where are those? Where's Bert? Somebody tell me these things. GG's. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys. Another day, another round. It is now time for Skyline Stumble, and if I've set everything up correctly, recorded everything correctly, uploaded and scheduled everything correctly, this should be the 50th video of playing one round of Fall Guys per day. And yes, no, this isn't our main series, guys. It's not the most popular series on the channel. There are far more popular series, but look, you guys spend a couple of your minutes each and every day here watching this series, so a massive thank you has to go to each and every one of you. Look, gameplay wise, heck, even commentary wise, I'll be straight up honest with you guys, I don't script my content. It may not be the most exciting, but I'm trying to be the most authentic, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, look guys, this is innovative, this is creative. And look, even if Fall Guys does shut down at the end of 2026 or 2027, this series, our intention is to go as long as possible each and every day. And our intention is, if Fall Guys does eventually shut down, I want this series to carry on. We are recording that much content for this series. I'm recording line after line after line for video after video after video. I don't script my crap, but how many takes does that equate to? Far too many. Here we go, guys. We're going to qualify in the 50th round. GG's. We'll be back tomorrow for another round of Fall Guys.